Hey guys, welcome to my channel and welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to share with you this very easy, simple, neutral makeup look, and I want to specially feature two products in this video: the Lancome Teint Idole Ultra Wear Care and Glow Foundation and the Full Coverage Concealer. This is what I have used to create this makeup look, along with some other products which we are going to talk about in this video. So if you're interested to find out about these two products and all the other products which I have used to create this makeup look, please do continue watching. Okay guys, let's get started with today's video. So I am not sure if I have done a video like this before with these two products, because I love these two products and I use them a lot in my regular life. So I thought, let me show a quick demo on the foundation and the concealer. So I have some moisturizer on my face. I have not applied any kind of primer. I actually wanted to use the MAC Strobe Cream today in this video, but I figured that if I want to show the foundation, let's not apply the strobe cream today. Probably in another video we will do that. So let's apply the foundation first. I have the shade 420W, okay, and this is a foundation which has SPF of 27, and they do market it as a sunscreen based foundation, although I don't think SPF of 27 is that high. You will have to apply a lot of foundation for the SPF to work. So I will definitely recommend using another layer of sunscreen, but I will look at it as just a foundation. It's a serum based foundation which has hyaluronic acid, and so it's a serum based glow foundation. And you know, I have dry skin and I love glow foundations. So this is how 420W looks like. This is the texture of the foundation. It is not that runny, it's quite thick, and I will just use my fingers and apply a little bit. Look at the shade match. It's a pretty good match. This one has sort of like a neutral undertone. It's 420W, so it has slightly neutral to warm undertone, and I prefer foundations for my skin tone which are slightly neutral. I have realized that very warm tone foundations don't actually work out for me. It's a good coverage foundation, I would say. It's not that full coverage. It will not give you a ton of coverage. It's a medium buildable coverage, I would say. You will get a good coverage, but I wouldn't say this is like a full coverage foundation, and it blends super nicely. The main thing about this foundation which I like is that if you are wearing it for long hours, it looks so beautiful and natural. It doesn't like cake, crease. It's very lightweight to wear, and it doesn't feel heavy. It's not drying. It's very skin-like, but it still gives a nice radiance to the skin. I'm applying a little bit more. I'm using a brush to apply this foundation. I feel like the brush gives a little bit more coverage with this one. Then I'll use a smaller brush and go around the eyes also. I hope I don't get anything on my shirt. And this foundation is marketed as a transfer resistant foundation as well, which I will agree. It doesn't transfer that much if you have set it nicely, and after a while also it doesn't transfer that much, but it does transfer a little bit. It's not completely transfer resistant. You have to apply some powder. I have not applied any foundation on the neck. I don't want to get anything on my shirt, so I've just left the neck area. But this is how the foundation looks like. This is how the coverage is. It's so beautiful. It gives a natural finish coverage. So that's the foundation. You can see there is like not a ton of glow when you first apply it, but after some time it adjusts to the skin. And if you have not applied powder, too much powder, it will give you a nice natural radiant look on the face. So I will show you how I apply powder also with this foundation. Let's apply the concealer first. So here I have the concealer, the Lancome Teint Idole Ultra Wear All Over Concealer. Now this one I have in the shade 435, and this is supposed to be a more full coverage concealer. I wouldn't say this is a very full coverage concealer though. It's a good coverage concealer, but I don't think it's like very high coverage. But it's a beautiful concealer. The best part about this concealer is that I have not seen this crease on me. Even if I don't set it with powder, It just blends so nicely with the skin. And you can see the shade of this concealer here. It's a little bit warmer than the foundation, but I think it works, and it's a very good shade for just evening out the skin tone. It's not like a highlighting concealer. It will give you a nice even complexion. The concealer is a natural matte finish concealer. It's a natural finish. It's not too glowy, but it's not too matte either. It says it's a more matte finish concealer, I think, but it's a more natural finish concealer. That's how my concealer looks. You can see there's not a ton of coverage. Both of the concealer and the foundation, I haven't seen any oxidization as such on me. I will apply a little bit more. So you can see that like I have some spots here. The concealer doesn't really cover up completely. Very easy to apply. The shade match is good. Is not heavy at all. Very lightweight. Okay guys, so it has been about 3 to 4 minutes and this is how the foundation looks like on me, the foundation and the concealer. Let's move on with our makeup look. We'll apply other products on the face and then we will see how it looks. Okay, so I want to apply some cream blush. So I have not applied powder yet. So let's apply some cream blush. This is the Danessa Myricks palette which I have, the cream blush palette. This is quite a thicker formula blush palette. I would say I think I like other cream blushes better than this one because of how easy other blushes, cream blushes are easy to blend. But I do really like the color of the colors which are available here and the longevity. They are quite long wearing. So I'll apply this shade, which is, by the way, this is the Dewy Cheek palette. I already have a review on this palette on my channel. I'm using the shade Wallflower. Just blend it with my fingers. It blends very nicely because if you just warm up the blush a little bit in your fingertips, it's very easy to blend. But when you start at first it's a quite thicker formula. Okay, so I've applied the blush in this area, just a little bit, not much. Later we'll apply powder blush as well. Okay, so now we can apply our powder. For powder, I'm using the Hourglass powder. This is my favorite, and honestly, I don't really have too many loose powders now, which I absolutely love. So I have the Hourglass one, I have the Laura Mercier one, and I keep oscillating between these two. So I'll apply powder just underneath the eyes. Since we want the foundation's glow to shine through, we are just going to apply underneath the eyes. And this foundation, you don't really have to set the whole thing. It is pretty self-setting on its own. It's not transfer resistant, but it's pretty self-setting. It will not like move or anything like that. Okay, I'll apply it here. And then I'll apply the powder right here. And then with whatever is left on the brush, I'll go on the all over the face. So for the rest of the face, I'm not really like applying too much powder, and on the forehead as well over here. I'm just so happy with the bronzers I have now. I just keep using them again and again. Probably I should try some new bronzers also, but I will use the Huda Beauty Glowish bronzer again. I mean, that's what I use most of the time. I think I do my tutorials. So I'll just apply a little bit, not much. I'm using the Sephora angle brush. Okay, bronzing is done. We'll apply some blush and eyeshadow. Before that, I want to do my brows. Let me do it off camera and be right back. Okay, so the brows are done. By the way, I forgot to mention that the Veil Translucent Setting Powder which I'm using is the translucent medium shade which I've got recently. I used to use the translucent which is the original shade, and later Hourglass came out with some shades in this powder version. So I'm using the translucent medium shade these days. So this is how the translucent medium looks on me. So just for your information, let's do some eyeshadows. I'm going to use the ABH Primrose Palette for face and the eyes. We'll just use some eyeshadows from this one. Maybe we could use a blush also, but let's see. So this is how the palette looks like. I'm not sure if I've done a review on this palette. I think I have not. But this is how the palette is, and it's such a beautiful palette. The colors, the mattes, they just pack a punch. Very, very intense mattes. And the metallics are also like super intense, very smooth, buttery metallics. I really like the palette formulation. So I'm using this shade Peony over here, which is like corally pink shade, Peony. We'll do a very, very simple eye look. Nothing too fancy. Just some color on the eye. So I'm just use this shade Peony. I should have applied some eye primer. I always forget. So I don't really do corals a lot on my eyes. After a really long time, I felt like using this kind of a corally eyeshadow. So I'm applying it all over my eyelids, and we'll do a little bit of like shading, and that's about it. It's not much. Let's deepen the eyeshadow a little bit with this color Claret, which is like a reddish berry kind of a color. Not much, just give some definition. Look at that intensity. I applied such a tiny amount. And we'll use this honey shade right here, which is like a beige, and just diffuse the eye look. The sun is back. I'll have to change my settings. The eyeshadows, the metallic ones in this palette, they are like super soft and very crumbly in the pan also. Like you have to be very gentle. It's like they're so soft and buttery, and look at the intensity. Look at this. So if you like intense metallics, wow. For the lower lash line, I'll just do a little bit of this that purpley shade, just to put the whole look together with my outfit also. The lower lash line. I really like how the blush came out. I have applied a very neutral mauvey kind of a blush, and I think you can just keep it just like this. It will look very natural, but I want to apply a blush from this palette. I will definitely not apply this one, doesn't go with my eye look, but I'll apply this one. This is the grapefruit shade. Let's see how it looks. It's a light peachy pink, and we'll just apply it right here. So I'm not applying it too much into the cheeks, more of like in this area. It will like lift up your face a bit. And I think with age, it looks better if you apply the blush higher. I think it looks nicer if when you're young, in your 20s, you apply the blush here. It looks nicer, it's cuter. But with age, I feel like if you apply the blush a little bit higher up, it looks nicer. Okay, so that's the blush. I have not applied too much. It's a light peachy blush, but I think it's complementing the eye look pretty well and complements my outfit also. Okay, so I think I will apply a little bit of highlighter also. So this is the old highlighter, the Sublime Skin Highlighter, Lunar Nude. This used to come in a packaging like this. This is not available anymore, but I still use it, and it's a very pretty pinky champagne kind of a highlighter, more of a champagne highlighter. And that's what I'm going to apply a light layer of on my face. I love the smoothness of this highlighter. You must be wondering what's going on with the eyes. I will apply some liner and mascara off camera, but before that let me apply the highlighter and then I'm go off camera and do the eyes, and we'll come back and do the lips, and that's the finished makeup look. And you can see all the products, they went very smoothly on the foundation. I have not applied too much powder in this area like you saw, but still all the products wore very beautifully on the foundation. There is no catching, there is no pulling. The foundation has also set quite nicely on my skin. Otherwise there will be some foundations which do not set that much on the skin and then the product kind of clump up in that area. So that has not happened with this. That's my highlighter. You can't get this anymore, but I really like the packaging also. Look at that. Beautiful highlighter. And I have too many highlighters now, so highlighters are definitely not something I'm looking for to buy. I will try out blushes and bronzers probably, but not highlighter. Okay, so I'll just do my eye makeup. We'll come back and then we'll apply some lips. Okay, so this is the eye look which I have completed, and I quite like it. It's a very simple eye look, but it gives a nice color to the eyes. I've used the Rare Beauty eyeliner to do a little bit of a wing eyeliner. There's a very good eyeliner from Rare Beauty. If you want a nice black brush tip eyeliner, you can use this one. It has like a thicker brush, but it has a nice pointy tip as well. So if you want to do a thick line, you can do that. And you can also do a very nice wing because it has a very fine brush tip. I have done a video on Rare Beauty products. You can check out that, where I have, I think, shown you how to use this eyeliner. Then I have applied some Chambor Royal Blue. Here it is. The Chambor Royal Blue Kohl pencil, which I think I'm going to finish very, very soon. I have also applied some inner corner highlight, where I have used the ABH eyeshadow palette, and I've used this color right here, which is a light pinky champagne shade in the inner corners, which gives a nice pop. And I have also used some eyebrow highlight using the ABH highlighting duo pencil. This is a very, very nice product from ABH, which I really like. It has a matte side and a shiny side for highlighting. So the shiny side can be used as inner corner highlight, and the matte side I use for my eyebrows. It gives a nice lift to the brows. And I use the shade Matte Shell and Lace Shimmer. So Shell and Shimmer is what I use. And I have used some brow gel, the Rare Beauty brow gel, which is my current favorite brow gel, which I'm using. Let's apply some lip products now. We will do a very neutral lip. So this is the ABH lip liner in the shade Cool Brown, and I'm going to use this to line my lips. That's a lip liner Cool Brown. I think it goes well with a lot of nude lipsticks which I have, and it doesn't let the lipstick bleed, and it's very long wearing. So I'm going to apply this shade on top of it. I have not tried it earlier, so let's see how it looks like. So this is the Huda Beauty 4 Filter lipstick in the shade Bombshell. This is not lipstick, it's a lip gloss. Okay, so let's apply this on top of Cool Brown. This is how the lip shade looks like. So it's sort of like a mauvey pink kind of a lipstick. I think it looks good. The Cool lip liner has gelled together nicely with this Nut Circle lip gloss, and I think it gives a nice look. I like it. I like this very neutral makeup look. On top of this makeup look, let's apply some Dewy, very dewy setting spray. This is the Tatcha Luminous Silk Mist. I have had this for a while and I'm trying to finish it up because I think it's going to expire soon. So it's a very, very fine mist. So I'll let it set and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so this is the finished makeup look using the foundation and concealer I wanted to showcase in today's video. The Lancome Teint Idole Ultra Care and Glow Foundation and the Teint Idole Full Coverage Concealer. Do let me know how you like this makeup look. If you want any information on the products, I will leave all of them in the description box below. I hope you liked this video. If you liked it, Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and if you're watching me for the first time, I really hope you will consider subscribing to my channel. Please leave your comments in the comments box below. I will see you again really soon in my next video. Bye.